Hi, my name is Kiva Harris James, and this presentation is to highlight the key concepts presented in my research paper titled A Comparative Review of Project Risk Management Practices in Higher Education and Financial Institutions. The research paper was submitted in partial fulfillment of the course Information Technology, Project and Change Management. As a researcher in the field of information technology project and change management specific to risk management practices, I frequently wonder if globalization, customer expectation, and other factors, if they do affect project risk management practices across different sectors. So as a motivation to this particular research paper, I was motivated as I pondered the questions. To what extent globalization has influenced the technological transformation across different industries, and have customers' expectation, internet use, e-commerce, and diversity of competition among organizations impacted nature of projects? Therefore, as these factors influence project risk and project risk management and create disparities between industries? Interesting. Therefore, a thesis was developed. It can be argued that the posture towards project risk management across industries may vary, and based on that, it may also be argued that there are disparities between project risk management practices across industries. Therefore, this investigation is motivated by the thesis, which states, although higher education institutions are designed to meet the demands of other industries and work closely with financial institutions, there are arguable disparities between project risk management in higher education institutions and financial industries. As such, the posture towards managing project risk differs between the two sectors. Based on the topic identified as well as the thesis outline, the researcher believes that understanding the key factors contributing to project risk as well as the current project risk management strategies are important in understanding the disparity, or if disparity exists, between higher education and financial institutions and their posture towards project risk management. So based on that, two questions were identified. These questions include: one, what are the key factors contributing to project risk in higher education and financial institutions? And two, is there a significant difference between the project risk management strategies employed in managing project risk in higher education and that of the financial sector? To gain a better understanding and to identify the current conversation that exists among the existing literature as it relates to project risk management practices, the researcher reviewed several research as well as articles specific to project risk management strategies in higher education as well as financial institutions. The literature underscores the fact that project risk management is an important element in any given project, since managing project risk is a critical component of project success. Also, it was a common understanding that risk identification, risk assessment, as well as creating contingency plan, as well as the process of implementing a plan in the event that an uncertain event occur, will also contribute to the success of a project. It was also identified that currently there's an understanding that project type and size are key factors that determine the strategies that may be employed in any given industry as it relates to project risk management. Based on that, there is an assumed understanding that the posture, or the current posture towards project risk management and higher education, in higher education and financial institutions, actually differs. Based on the nature and the intention of this research, it was believed that a research methodology that employs the best practice approach would be most appropriate, since it allows for a comparison between current practices in one area against another using benchmark literature. Based on this, in terms of the data collection, there were 3 educational projects that were reviewed alongside or in comparison to 3 financial articles. This type of research methodology does create limitation in terms of the validity of the result and the reliability, mainly because the data utilized was as a result of convenience, so it minimized the amount of generalization or the extent to which inferences and generalization may be made. So specific to the cases that were reviewed for the education component or the education variable of the research paper, it includes a project that was conducted by Florida Atlantic University specific to student housing update for the Boca and Jupiter projects. And the presentation was done by the FAU Board of Trustees. The second project that was reviewed is one that was done by the Indian River State College specific to a forest restoration initiative. And finally, in terms of the education project that was reviewed, was a facility standard design for construction and maintenance for Palm Beach State University. On the other side of the research paper, speaking to the financial industry variable, 3 articles were reviewed. The first article was titled Critical Success Factors in IT Project Management, and it's a case study on IT banking front end and IT system project in Siberia. The second project that was reviewed was specific to project managers' competencies in financial industries. And finally, there was an article on the importance of project management offices in the financial industries. These 6 documents guided the findings of the research done. Based on the nature of this research paper, as the researcher, it was believed that the best practice methodology was best suited in this context, as it allows for existing data to be compared against existing practices. Based on the data collected, it was found that the nature of project, which is based on type and size, determined the project risk factors. The project risk factors then determine the project risk management strategies that are utilized. Based on the project itself, there are disparities between the strategies used in higher education and financial institution because the nature of projects between the 2 industries differs significantly. As guided by the research questions and the existing literature, as well as based on the data collected, it was concluded that the posture towards project risk management practices in higher education and financial institutions, they are similar. However, there is a disparity or a great difference between the nature of the projects, and as such, the strategies will differ based on project and size and type. Based on that, there are existing disparities between project risk management factors and strategies, which are based on the differences in the nature of the project, which is type and size. Thank you.